Alright, here's a presentation I made for Super Saiyan 4 DAIMA GOKU. And before I start, let me know how your summons went. I'm gonna just say my summons went terribly. And this is a reminder, do not spend money on a gacha game. You will be making a mistake. Okay, his history. So he's very comparable to Blue Beast Gohan because he also released as a monthly LF banner. But who the fudge cares? Because he's the first Super Saiyan for DAIMA GOKU we got in all games, which is very sick. And his release is important because it hopes to buff the popular DAIMA team. And I would say he's kind of a bait banner as well, because anniversary starts in May if I recall, and it's technically end of March, start of April. So he's fudging bait. And as I said before, he's a very important release as the DAIMA team is missing a core character, because right now without his release, that team gets shredded by Cell, bro. Cell literally twerks on the team with one blast card. Okay, but guess what? He is the perfect final piece for the DAIMA team. This is exactly what they needed. A blue character with great defensive gimmick, which I'll talk about really soon. Okay, so one great thing about him is this guy gives insane sub-count manipulation to the team. So for starters, he gives a baseline shortened substitution count by 1 to only DAIMA allies, which this means is that switching out is way easier. And that's not the only thing he does. He also shortens ally sub counts by 1 when he's hit, and it resets every time he switches out, so that's 2. And with that in mind, he has amazing switch in and out capabilities, so you can extend combos better because you can switch out faster, and most characters draw cards when switching in, so you can extend combos, so that works really well. And then he also works really well with other DAIMA characters, who would have thought, like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, who also shortens sub counts by 2 when he switches in. It's not infinite, but it's still really good, and he can even shorten ally substitution counts by 3 when he gets hit by an ult. All around, this team is just really switch heavy, and that's good because he does healing. This team also has good healing, plus I would say Super Saiyan 3 Goku has a good defensive gimmick. So to start things off, on entry, he heals 50% infinite times. This ain't limited to 1 to 2 times. He can infinitely heal 50% on entry. Really fudging good, because on this team, automatically your sub counts are lowered. So that's number 1. 2, when he gets his full gauge, he does be healing 20% off. Good as well. And then he can also team heal and self heal. Granted, it's like when you get hit by no switching. I mean, which characters are no switching right now? You have instant transmission Goku, Majin Vegeta. I guess DAIMA Goku does get no switching on Last Man Standing. Those are the 3 I can think about right now. I mean, it's kind of situational, but it's just good to have because that's a one toxic mechanic, and if he's healing with no switching, it's just good. Makes you more able to survive those situations. And then he heals 30% off main, which is kind of standard. But this is where it gets crazy because Majin Ku is giving out a 15% team heal as well when he switches out. And the fact that he has indestructible on DAIMA, and I would argue that indestructible is one of the most important gimmicks right now, because who's the best character before his release? It was Cell. What's good about Cell? His rush. What can't you rush? Indestructible. Who has indestructible? Goku. It's really good gimmick. It means you can't get fried. It's just a better endurance, right? And then one of the more underappreciated gimmicks is destroying Dragon Balls, but you know how hard it is to, when your Dragon Ball gets destroyed, like 100 plus timer counts in, and it's really hard to get that last Dragon Ball. So the fact that he destroys it, granted it's limited, but it's free. It's free Dragon Ball destruction, right? It's actually a really good ability, and if you play the game, you know how annoying it is. Alright, welcome back Region, bro. This team feels like 2019 Region. Was it 2019? But I don't fucking remember. But when Green Fat Boo got his Zenkai, Region literally became unkillable team, and that's kind of how this team feels like right now. So if you look at Daima itself, like Ku is destroying cards, he's lowering card draw speed, and this Goku also does lower card draw speed as well. And Ku can paralyze when he's getting hit. He's healing on switch out. He increases card arts by 5. He reduces ki. Like, it's very annoying. And then even Vegeta can destroy cards when his gauge is at 50%, which is really annoying as well. So essentially by running Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Ku, you're getting 30% heals every time you switch out. But guess what? Guess fudging what? The whole fudging Daima team has insane subcomp manipulation where you're constantly healing, switching out, destroying cards, lowering card draw, and destroying Dragon Balls. And with that in mind, it's kind of hard to snipe characters. So I would argue like the Daima team, it's kind of a timer count team while you're doing damage as well, because damage is not bad. I won't say it's amazing like Cell's future team, but it's not bad, but you have more survivability. Yeah, I would say you have more survivability, so keep that in mind, right? And he also has last man standing capabilities, so he can 1v3 because he has last man standing buffs, plus he has the indestructible, and those two work hand in hand. So when he's last man standing, so when 2 battle members are defeated, he heals 50%. He's locking the opponents for 10 timer counts, pretty long. He gets times 2 card draw, and he's immune to card destruction, so you can't break his combo like that. And then he can draw on alt and he reduces his gauge to 0, so it's a free alt, a free combo starter. Granted, there are workarounds, because you can pop your alt and then match it, or if he strikes you can strike, or if you have blast armor you can blast armor, but it becomes a 50-50 at that point. But it's more favored for Daima Goku IMO. I would say he's favored to win in those positions most of the time, but he can definitely 1v3. That's really good. So I didn't talk about this, but in my opinion, his importance in the meta is that he has this one gimmick, and the main aspect of Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku is his ability to cancel enemy buffs when getting hit by an enemy attack while this character is on standby. So this brings back drop combos. I don't know if I said this in previous videos, but I felt like, you know how at one point all characters had cover null? I mean, all characters got card draw speed because that's just what you needed to survive in the meta. And then after card draw, it was all characters had cover null. I feel like the 5, because now it's like every character has 10 timer counts of cover null, but back then it was when it was less, like 5 timer counts. Dropping combos were one of the skill aspects of the game, and because characters started getting more and more and drop combos became less important, this brings back drop combos, and I feel like that's a good thing, because as I said, drop combos is a skill expression in this game, so that's just good to have, right? Because at this point nobody gives a fudge about dropping combos, because every character has 1 gazillion card draw speed and cover null, so that's pretty cool. And he has amazing synergy with his strike and blast cover change, so just like Blue Beast Gohan, if he gets tagged with the strike or blast, it's a free cover change, so it resets neutral, and if you have a blue you can combo. But guess what, this guy is cancelling enemy buffs, so if he had cover null he will cancel that, and it's a guaranteed blue card if you have one, of course, but it's a guaranteed 50-50, which is good. And as I said before, he can reduce card draw speed to end combos, so this means that this character is essentially forcing 50-50s from the opponent, which is very annoying, because if they keep comboing you and they drop expecting a swap, and if you don't swap, then the neutral is reset. But on the other hand, if they don't drop while you switch into like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or Majin Ku and your cards are destroyed, blah blah blah, it ends your combo. So it's forcing into a 50-50, plus you're switching to get healed, plus the team has good combo potential, so that's very good, but kind of toxic, but who fucking cares, right? So it's about his flaws. I would say that his stats are just okay, they're not amazing. like Ultra Cells, because Ultra Cells just can press blast cards and fry a whole team, for example. But guess what? It's almost like a very good damaging character is on his team who isn't getting helped out by his release, right? So Goarsh always says this. He always talks about like a second best unit in the team, and I would argue that Super Saiyan 4 Goku kind of does fit that role because he really does make Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta shine because his damage potential is crazy because he goes neutral, he has a lot of cut penetration, and he does long combos. So, and his blue card does fry teams and it cancels endurance, so that's really good. And something I've just noticed, his auto damage isn't crazy, but god damn, it looks sexy, bro. And I would say that one thing that will hit his team is when we get another good character with uncancelable cover no, like LF Omega. And if Anniversary is Tournament of Power and Revival UI gets a Zenkai or something, or gets a unique, this guy has 40 counts of uncancelable cover no. He low-key will fry the DAIMA team as well. But Gamashinku exists, so easier said than done, right? So yeah, my boy gained a sick partner, and I love to see that. So my final thoughts, like overall, Super Saiyan 4 DAIMA is a great release as he's the last puzzle piece for the DAIMA team, and now the team can be considered one of the best teams in the game in both Standard and Proud, which is actually insanely good. I would say that the team is kind of toxic because can't kill it and it's a timer count meta. I know we like timer count meta, but man, if you play 2 FSK meta, Ultra Majin Vegeta, Gohan's meta, you'll survive this one. And Anniversary is very soon, and it's likely we're gonna get another meta reset. And I really like how Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta was even considered top 10 before Super Saiyan 4 Goku's release, but now people are saying he's the best green type in the game, and that's really cool to see. And this character always be aura maxing, bruh, so we love that. So is he an Ultra Cell counter? So as I said before, Ultra Cell's main gimmick was his rush that has endurance and nullification, but with Super Saiyan 4 Goku having indestructible, he really does get countered. However, like Future is still a good team right now because Gohanks could be argued top 1 or 2, and I think Tech Vegito just became better. I think he'll have more use now, but this 100% does hurt Ultra Cell, and when Ultra Cell gets off boost, my boy is gonna become an ant that you can stomp and squash easily. So yeah, this does hurt Ultra Cell, but he's usable. Like, he's not gone, he's usable. Anyways, if you made this far in the video, like, subscribe, and peace.